Researchers at Harvard University discovered that the brains of happy people are not different from yours. The difference lies in something they do automatically, without realizing it, several times a day. These behaviors are so small, so quick, that they seem insignificant, but at the neurological level, they rewrite how you experience the world. Today, I'm going to show you 7 of these behaviors, all based on real studies. And the most interesting part? Habit number 5 is the one neuroscientists consider the most powerful of all, but almost no one does it. Stay until the end. It might be what changes everything for you. Before we begin, there's a mistake most people make when trying to be happier. I'll tell you what that mistake is at the end of this video, and when you understand it, you'll realize why so many attempts don't work. Habit 1. The 3-second reset. Your face doesn't just express how you feel, it instructs your brain on how to feel. This is called the facial feedback hypothesis. When you activate the muscles of a smile, even without a real reason, the brain receives the signal and releases dopamine and serotonin, not because you are happy, but because it interprets the muscle signal as evidence that you should be. Microhabit. Smile for 3 seconds right now. Just 3 seconds. It can be a small smile. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real and forced. Do you feel that lightness? That's not placebo. That's neurochemistry at work. You've just made your first neurological adjustment of the day. Habit 2. The internal reset button. When you're stressed, your breathing becomes shallow. And when your breathing becomes shallow, your nervous system assumes you're in danger and speeds everything up. Thinking, tension, anxiety. But breathing is the only system in your body that works automatically and that you can also control consciously. That means you have direct access to your alarm system. Microhabit. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 1. Exhale for 6. Once. Just once. This pattern activates the vagus nerve, the communication line between the brain and the body, and signals safety to the nervous system within seconds. You've just activated your nervous system's calm mode. That's what experienced meditators do, and you did it in 11 seconds. Habit 3. The cognitive flip. The human brain has a negativity bias that evolved to keep us alive. It detects threats much faster than opportunities. In 2024, that means it notices what's wrong before what's right, always. But there's a simple way to interrupt this loop. Microhabit. Right now, think of one good thing in your life. One. It doesn't have to be big. It can be, I'm breathing. I have internet access. I learned something today. This simple act interrupts the negative rumination loop and releases dopamine, not because you pretended everything is fine, but because you redirected your focus to something real. Your mood just improved. This is measurable. Studies show that gratitude, even for small things, raises emotional state within minutes. The next 4 habits are the ones that surprise people the most because they involve things you would never think affect your emotions. And number 5, you'll understand why psychologists call it the silent switch. Habit 4. The posture that changes hormones. Did you know that the posture you're holding right now is influencing your cortisol and testosterone levels? Studies by Amy Cuddy at Harvard showed that closed postures, hunched shoulders, lowered head, increase cortisol, the stress hormone, and open postures do the opposite. They signal to your brain that you are safe, capable, and in control. Microhabit. Right now, straighten your spine, pull your shoulders back, slightly lift your chin, take 1 deep breath. This isn't just posture, it's a hormonal command you just sent to your body. You are literally sitting or standing differently than you were 30 seconds ago. Your brain is responding to that right now. Habit 5. The silent switch, the most powerful. This is the habit neuroscientists study the most, and the one people ignore the most. When you're in the middle of an intense emotion, the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for emotional alarms, takes control. You act on impulse, say things you didn't mean, make decisions you'll regret. But here's the data that changes everything. Researchers at UCLA found that when you simply name the emotion you're feeling, the activity in the amygdala drops immediately. This process is called affect labeling. It's not suppression, it's processing. Microhabit. When you feel something difficult, say out loud or mentally what you're feeling. I'm irritated. I'm anxious. I'm overwhelmed. This simple act shifts control from the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex, from reaction to choice. You've just learned a technique therapists teach patients after years of therapy, and it takes 3 seconds. Habit 6. The horizon that calms. When you're stressed, your vision literally narrows. Your eyes focus on a single point. Peripheral perception decreases. The nervous system interprets this as a threat signal and increases alertness. But you can reverse this in 5 seconds. Microhabit. Look at something far away, out the window, down a hallway, toward the horizon. Let your eyes open to the space around you. 5 seconds. This activates panoramic vision, and the nervous system reads this as, there is no predator. I am safe. You can relax. Your field of vision just expanded, and with it, the feeling that the world has more space than it did moments ago. Habit 8. The question that changes decisions. When you're in emotional chaos, the brain looks for the fastest way out, not the best one. But there's a question that bypasses this mechanism and activates long-term thinking in seconds. The question is, what would the most balanced version of me do right now? When you ask yourself this, the brain stops operating in reactive mode and starts simulating the future. This activates the prefrontal cortex, the center of judgment, planning, and emotional control. Microhabit. The next time you're at your limit, pause and ask this. The answer will come faster than you think. You've just installed a filter between stimulus and response. That's emotional intelligence in practice, not as a concept, but as a habit. At the beginning, I said most people make a mistake when trying to be happier. Want to know what that mistake is? They wait to feel like it before they act. But the brain doesn't work that way. Motivation doesn't come before action, it comes after. You act first, and the brain adjusts your emotional state to match. These 7 microhabits work because they don't require you to feel ready. They change your brain's neurochemical state before you even realized what happened. Happiness is not something you wait for, it's something you build, habit by habit, second by second. Now you already have all 7. Now just start with 1. Now pause for a second. You've just watched content that most people will never have access to. Not because it's hard to find, but because no one has explained it simply enough for it to reach them. If this video made sense to you, if at any point you thought, I need to remember this, then there are 3 things I need to ask you. First, like this video. It seems simple, but the algorithm uses this signal to decide who else will see this content. Every like is a vote, saying this matters, more people need to see it. If you think someone in your life could benefit from these habits, a friend, a family member, someone going through a difficult time, share this video with them. Sometimes the right content reaches the right person at the right time. You could be the reason that happens for someone today. Second, if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, subscribe now, because what you've seen here is just the beginning. Every week there's new content based on psychology, neuroscience, and human behavior, always translated into practical things you can apply the same day. No fluff, no unnecessary theory. The notification bell also makes a difference. With it turned on, you won't depend on the algorithm to see the next video. It will come directly to you. Happiness is a skill, and every skill improves with practice and the right information. See you in the next video.